Hello, EuroLeague fans. It's time to make history. EuroLeague 25 voting starts this week. Swipe for 100 basketball legends who you think have made their mark on the competition. How it works, you swipe right to keep them in the game, you swipe left to move on, and once you find your GOAT, you swipe up to crown them MVP. Your vote will help decide on the 25 greatest basketball players, so don't miss out. Use the QR code right here or head to the link in the description below and start your voting now. Hello, EuroLeague fans. Welcome back to EuroLeague and Friends. I'm Shani Blad talking to you from Tel Aviv, Israel. For those who are joining us for the first time, EuroLeague and Friends is brought to you by 9 contributors across the world. We love the EuroLeague. We love talking about it, debating over it. With me here, I have 3 women on board, my co-hosts. They love basketball as well, the EuroLeague. Let's introduce them. Okay, the first co-host with me is from Vilnius, Lithuania. Please welcome the amazing Asta Zukaitė. What's up, Asta?
Hello, everyone. Hello. Labas visiems. It's great to be back with you and talk about everything happening in the EuroLeague.
Definitely, Asta. We're so happy to have you here. And our second co-host from Paris, France. The unbeatable Luna Jackson, just like her team from Paris. Luna, you're probably walking on the clouds right now. Give me that little TJ Shore dance, after games.
Bonjour.
We're counting, we don't have enough hands right now. It's too much. I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I can't wait to talk about this crazy week, especially for Paris.
Definitely. We're going to have to talk about it, no doubt. And my good friend from Munich, Germany, Lisa Rabushkat. What's up, girl? How are you?
How are you, girls? Very excited to be kicking this off one more time, and especially excited to hear everything from Paris as well. So let's go.
Definitely. So, girls, we're going to have to talk about so many topics today. Obviously, we're going to head with Paris being unbeatable, 10 wins in a row. After that, we're going to follow it with the French Derby. Also, some players on the rise. And of course, Vasilis Spadoulis is being the head coach of Monaco and how he's doing with the team and getting along with the superstar Mike James. Also, maybe Alba seeing some light at the end of the tunnel, Lisa. We'll talk about that. Yeah. And also Bayern Munich's situation. They're just also undefeated at the SAP Arena. That's pretty great. Before all that, let's jump and touch with our first topic about this double round week. We see teams finishing with a balance of 1-1. Girls, what do you think about this season, looking at previous seasons as well? Do we think this is the most balanced EuroLeague season so far? Tell me your thoughts. What do you guys think? Lisa?
Yeah, I was just let me fire away. Just looking at the standings right now, everyone from standings 3 through 5 or 9 and 5, we have the same situation from 7 through 9. So everyone's just, really performing. The exciting teams are actually performing. And it's safe to say that it's one of the closest seasons so far.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Asta, go
honestly,
ahead.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, trying to predict games is like flipping the coin. So yeah, Paris is dominating. But other teams, one night they can be excellent, and the other night they can be out of the rhythm. So no one is safe in this EuroLeague, I would say.
No one's safe,
Yeah,
definitely.
there's so much suspense. We don't know how it's gonna turn in the end. I think at the beginning of the season, all the cards were just read it, so they were trying to to feel each other. Okay, who is dominating, who's gonna be the best or not. And right now, I think it's really balanced. I think it's good. And as you say, Asta, for example, you can win and then you can lose really well too.
Yes.
What's going on?
We've seen it
Every
happening.
game matters.
Every game
Yes.
matters.
Yeah.
But I want to raise a question and tell what you guys think. We've seen, more NBA players, coming into the league and kind of, making somewhat of a different impact. Evan Fournier in Olympiacos, Kendrick Nunn, Jabari Parker, Cedi Osman, and Lonnie Walker. Do we think that this might have an impact on why this league is better and even more?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What do you think, Lisa?
I like the question, and it's definitely true that these guys are coming over, but I really feel like the discussion should be more how do they have to adapt to the European style? And I wouldn't say that the impact, coming from overseas to the EuroLeague
Mhm.
is the reason why we're so close. There are so many incredible European players, especially this
Definitely.
season as well, stepping up and making a huge difference on the courts as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, obviously, so cool to have more talent from all over the world in the league for sure. But, I wouldn't say that that's necessarily the point.
Yeah,
Okay,
but there's
that's interesting.
yeah, there's another point. With these guys, we have like a bigger hype in our countries. Like with
Yes.
Lonnie Walker, when we heard that he signed it with Schalgiris, oh
Mhm.
my God, it was the reaction. Wow, it's really happening. So the hype is bigger. So we have like more attention. I think
Yeah.
this is my answer.
Yes,
Luna.
most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. It's
And
it's
Luna?
about like I think it's more like a breath of fresh air. Like it's really refreshing to have them, like to see like for some of them they are like former NBA players, so I think they can really bring a lot of experience. But as you said, like Lisa, I think they have to adapt to the EuroLeague game. So I don't think like they changed the game. I think they brought their things, but I think you can adapt easily with the other players on the field. So I think it's like it's more like I don't have the I have my
melting
French word
pot.
like exactly.
Well,
But I think
yeah.
it's good.
Yeah, just maybe one another point that I think that teams don't have time to practice here in EuroLeague. So many double
Mm.
weeks,
Crazy.
just no practice, only recover and play. For example, Žalgiris is facing through a brutal December, 11 games, so that means every 3 days, and that means there is no time to teach the new guys like Lonnie Walker
How to adjust
exactly.
better. Yes.
Yeah, every game in EuroLeague is tough, mentally, physically, emotionally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this is our EuroLeague.
But I feel like players love playing more than practicing. But for coaches, that's the big
Course.
challenge. That's the biggest
Yeah.
challenge to kind of build around and new players coming into the teams. So most definitely, that's the biggest challenge. But girls, we've been talking about hyping NBA players, hyping the league. But I want to talk about the teams that's been hyping the EuroLeague, Paris basketball. Yes, Luna, I know. Do that
Oh, you
thing over there.
Who are you talking about? Sorry, what?
Yes.
Like, oh, you
I
mean
mean-
Paris? Like 10 wins in a row, right?
Yes,
That's right.
10.
Okay,
That's it. No more fingers for TJ Shorts. I mean, he's going to
Yeah,
have to
like,
grab another one from,
It's enough. Please,
I don't know, from the
bring
Dear
us some
Hifi.
hands. yeah.
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 Well, we have to address, I mean, this sensational game against Olympiacos. We've all seen it. It was probably the most exciting game I've seen in the EuroLeague in years. Olympiacos made a 22-0 run. I mean, we saw Vasiliki summarizing it at the end of the game. And I thought I was like, okay, that's it. Paris is going to get their first loss tonight. But
Yeah.
no, not in the
yeah.
books of TJ Short. It's not in the books in the Dear Hifi. I mean, Luna, talk to me a little bit about the crisis Paris had in those moments and how they were able to overcome it and win the game 96-90.
First, let's say that it was like a big game for Paris. Like, it's not just another game. I mean, Olympiacos is one of the best defenses of EuroLeague. So let's say about this. And also they have like Evan Fournier, which is like, who is really clutch. So we cannot say like, okay, it's gonna be an easy win. Like we knew I always say we, like it's crazy. I mean, I'm a part of the
Okay,
team
you're
right now.
part of the
Sorry.
team.
Like I think they agree with me. So okay, I think they were like really they knew the challenges, and I
Right.
think like they had a really good advance. They were leading by 20 points, but I think like the third quarter and the fourth quarter was really hard, and at the end I think they scored Olympiacos. They scored like 22-0.
Yeah,
I think.
22-0. That's the run that they did.
Crazy.
Crazy
But,
run.
yeah, so that's the moment we were really, really scared. And I think, let's say something like it's 10 wins in a row, but it's so much like, as you said, Asta, like they're tired, and also like they're exhausted because they gave them their best all the time. So I think like that was really tough to, sorry, I don't have my words. That was
No,
really,
to find their way back, but they did.
yeah,
with
exactly. to find their
great
way back.
shots by
Yeah, but I think like Maudolo, was really clutch at the end of this fourth quarter. I think they really they were back by stay together, stay strong, stay collective, and I think this is the power of this team. Like they're really about collectiveness. I think
Yes.
that's what works the best. I mean, they they just don't give up because it's hard. They're like, okay, how can we do better, even if it's hard, even if we're tired. You can see some teams in EuroLeague, sometimes they're like, okay, we're losing, but how to make the effort. We are like, we're out of the game, etc. So yeah, I think it's their power.
Lisa, did you watch? You probably watched the game, didn't you?
I just watched a first
The
half
highlights?
this morning, so I can't say anything, unfortunately, about
But-
the third and fourth right now. But
Yeah.
it's just so interesting to see, like, also from like a psychological point of view, like everything is going so well, and everyone is like hyping each other up while still staying humble. And I really
Yes.
like the Tyson Ward quote. He said, "If we look ahead, we're gonna be fools." So they're really staying in the moment. They're just trying to take everything on
Exactly.
that's happening in this moment, and not trying to lose their heads over this incredible run they're having. And actually,
Definitely.
girls, I have a question. Do you
Oh.
guys know what the longest winning streak in EuroLeague is?
The longest is it? Is it Paris's
Oh.
right now, or is it a team?
It's not Paris.
It's not. There's even a wow.
Yeah,
That's a
because I
good
know
question.
that Monaco last year, Monaco was like 8, something like this, right? Something like
Maybe there was 11 in a row. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think 11
11?
Barcelona.
Yeah, maybe.
So guys, no, we're all
my
off.
God.
So but I had to dig deep because the longest
Okay.
one, we have to look way back. It's been in 2006-07, and
Right.
it was an 18 games winning streak
No.
by CSKA Moscow.
Wow.
So I dug
That's
out this
good to
little
know.
fun fact, and I was wondering if you guys think that Paris might be able to beat it this season.
Yeah.
Well, listen, from how they're looking, yes. I mean, I've seen this really funny TikTok or Instagram reel that there's this famous when there's a guy who comes and like starts slapping everyone, and like
Oh yeah,
putting them
I know
down,
that
and
one
you see
too.
like all the images of the teams, and then Paris just slapping everyone down. So I mean, Paris is just showing great offensive flow. I mean, I feel like they have what it takes. They have always that one guy that will show up and shine for them, like Mao Delo did in that
Yeah.
last game against Olympiacos. I feel they're just like a team that, is running together for a long time. And also Coach Splitter is doing a fantastic job. He's believing in his players. And I felt like he wasn't very nervous also when Olympiacos made that 22-0 run, because he holds them back together. He brings everyone in and lets them have their rhythm back. So that's for me. I see Paris now beating everyone. This newcomer from the Euro Cup is actually insane. And Asta, Paris is also stealing the spotlight in Lithuania right now, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Stealing the spotlight in Lithuania, and our social media is buzzing. Our fans are already comparing them to legendary Žalgiris in 1998. And
Ooh.
it's not without reason.
That's like
There
a
are
big honor.
It is,
Yes.
and there are so many interesting and intriguing coincidences. And the things are happening again. And this Paris team feels a lot like Žalgiris, because in 1998, Žalgiris won the Euro Cup. The next year, they went on a dream run and won the EuroLeague. DJ Shorts, he's just like Tyus Edney, the same height, so small, but just unstoppable. Žalgiris brought a lot of fresh air and new basketball ideas back then. And Paris is doing the same. So, honestly, I would love to see Paris repeat what Žalgiris did. And Luna, I just want to confess, when things started with our podcast,
Yeah.
I thought Paris basketball and as well, it's the bottom teams. And I thought, poor Luna. That was so wrong. I was so wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
I must say, like, I follow this team since like a couple of years now. So like, I'm used to it, like we're underrated as usual. Like I told you guys, like at the beginning, I was like, maybe a Final Four can be like, and you laughed at my face. I remember that. I will
Girls,
never forget.
the only
I will never forget.
the only team that
Yeah.
went to the Final Four from the Euro Cup
Yeah.
was, I don't know if you guys know that, but it was Lokomotiv Kuban in 2016. Do you think
Oh,
Paris?
that's wild.
Yeah. Do you think Paris can
Yeah.
reach to the top the end of the
Yeah.
season? Yes, Luna.
Yeah, I think after, like, we need to say that the playoff and the Final Four isn't the same game and the same energy as the regular season. Let's be honest about this, but I
Mhm.
think they have what it takes because they learn from each game every single time to progress. And as you said, like they they take game after game. They're not like, okay, let's be like this for the season and then be like this for the playoff or anything. I think they know like to focus on each game of the essence of the game, you know. Like they're not like,
Right.
okay, we need to work on this right now. We don't think about other things. So I think they have what it takes to be on the Final Four. Like my hot takes, sorry.
Paris for me is a love and football city.
Yeah.
Could you feel more hype about this basketball team in your city?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I mean, we did see you guys celebrate together after the fourth quarter, right? You're like right in the middle, so I'm sure
I'm
you
right in the
are
middle
feeling
too.
it.
I'm in the center, so yeah. I think now we people get the hype and wants to go, even if they don't know like basketball or stuff, they just want to go to see this. It's like a show, you know. It's a real spectacle. So I really think they want to see. I mean, and also it helps. Like as you said, what I like the most about this team is that they don't get hate from other teams fan, you know. For example, did you see like in at Olympiacos, like when Nadir Rifi like did a steal, you know, and then made the 3 points? I mean, even Ivan Fournier was like, "Who are you, Nadir Rifi? Who are you?" And all the fans were like, "I want to clap, but I won't." But my respect,
Yeah,
you know.
because you
So
can't
I think it's really
not love Paris.
likable. Yeah, it's a likable team. So
Yeah, it's a
that's what I
likable
like
team.
about. Yeah, exactly.
Girls, upcoming next, Asta. I hope you made your question. We're moving to the French Derby. We just have to let's talk a little bit about that. You know, Paris is meeting Asvel Villeurbanne, who had a good game but lost in away game against Milan. Théo Maledon, you know, he's doing everything for Asvel right now. MVP of round 13, averaging 18.4 points per game, 4.1 rebounds, 4.6 assists, and a PIR of 22.9. Do you think, girls, he can carry Asvel to a win against Paris in the upcoming derby, Lisa?
I really don't. And I mean, it would be stupid to just say Paris is on this crazy run, so they're just gonna, beat another team ranked so far away from them in the lower third of the league right now. You can't go as Paris like into this game thinking you got it anyways.
Mhm.
But just as we just established, they are focused. They
Yes.
are not, they're not arrogant. They're not taking this for granted. So I'm really thinking that they're just gonna, keep the chip on their shoulder, stay locked in, and really take this one as well.
11 in a row.
Yeah, I think Paris has everything to win against Asvel. Then the next week to win against Real Madrid and push it to 12. And if anyone can stop Paris, it's Sharas and Fenerbahce. This is my opinion.
Oh,
Wow.
hot take.
We're going to
Okay.
be waiting for that, no doubt.
Yeah.
Girls, so now we're going to move on to talk about a little bit of a less successful team, but we're going to we're going to talk about one player, Rokas Jakubaitis. Asta, this is for you now. This is your time to shine. He's playing a stellar role in Maccabi Tel Aviv. I mean, he's basically one of the leaders of the team for the first time in his early career. How do you see his contribution and addition to the team so far? I know you guys are in touch and talking.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought this could be his breakout season, and I did it. And I had a chance to talk with him recently, and he told me that he can't remember the last time he was so happy and felt so good in a team. And he said that the love for basketball just came back, and my reaction was whoa. That doesn't mean that it went away, but he feels motivated, he feels inspired, he feels respected by by teammates, by coaching staff. And this is the first time in his career when he is a leader on the team. So, yeah, like we are so happy in Lithuania for him. And Shani, just have you had a chance to meet Rokas or just to get to know him better?
First of all, yes, I have.
Mm.
And now, he's a single guy. And they're like just posting about him on Instagram for all the Israeli girls, if they want to date a Lithuanian, cute
Oh,
young
boy.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's a talk right now in
It's
Israel.
available.
But yes, I have met him.
So I'm so happy when you like notice and when you talk about the girlfriends. I just want to add one thing. When when I heard that he picked Maccabi, I was actually very happy for him
Right.
because he said that he thought about 4 nights which team to choose,
Join.
Žalgiris or to join or Maccabi. And this I was so happy. Why? Because he's very emotional guy, and
Yes.
if he had chosen Žalgiris, he would be under a massive spotlight in Lithuania every
For
single day.
sure.
Fans, media, girls at the bars, and Rokas is that type. He's that type of guy who is trying to give back that attention to everyone, and this is so exhausting. So I
Yes, it
think
is.
sometimes one decision can change your career, and
Definitely.
this is that decision. He is so happy in Maccabi, and maybe
Yes.
our listeners just don't know Rokas Jokubaitis, but just think about about the people decision. Sometimes it's
No,
yeah,
definitely. It can bring him, it can bring him to another step for his career. I mean, his career is super long. He's so young. Last night we saw him in the Israeli derby. He was really, really hyped. Like, he loves the fans, he loves the system, and like you said, he loves the coach and the players. So I feel like it's a really good place for him, for the continuation of his career. Um, what do you guys think about Rokas? I mean, in general, what do you think is needed for him to even become more influential on Maccabi Tel Aviv from what you guys watched him play? Lisa?
I'm not sure if I could say anything of help, regarding the environment that he would need. I just remember him playing with Barca as well.
Mhm.
He's just great. So
Yes.
yeah, let's just cross our fingers that he will just stay steady and not get too distracted by the ladies at the bars. And I'm sure that he will have a stellar career and keep improving and developing for sure.
Yeah, sometimes you need the
Definitely.
time. You
Mhm.
just need time, you need to let it be as it is and see how it goes. Sometimes it's just about experience, more experience. But I think it's a really good player. I like to see player like having the best time, in EuroLeague. Like, it makes me think about Theo Maledon too, like
Yes.
they really like just shining. You can see like they're having really fun playing in the EuroLeague, so that's nice.
Definitely. Girls, we're moving to talk about new head coach, rookie EuroLeague coach, Vasilis Spanoulis. He's been having a great run so far, 2-1 with his team. What does it mean to have him on Monaco, and how do we all think he's going to get along with a superstar like Mike James? I mean, I can start by saying, for me, that I feel like Mike James really appreciates Vasilis Spanoulis. First of all, we're talking about two combo guards,
Yeah.
doing the same thing, and he has a lot of appreciation to him. He even said for him, he's the GOAT. I think it was on Chima Moneka's YouTube channel. And, he has that famous 3-step back 3-pointer that he does like Vasilis Spanoulis. So I feel like he has a lot of respect, and he really, really adores the way he plays. So from how I see it, I feel like Mike James will get along with Vasilis along the way. I don't think they're going to have many arguments. I mean, you girls know Mike James because
Yeah.
he's a guy that speaks his truth, speaks his thoughts. He doesn't let anyone, go pass by him. But for now, they're getting along. And also Vasilis, he's talking so much, like good things about Mike James. With his first game against Panathinaikos, Mike James had like 10 assists out of the 26 assists the team had. He didn't score much, but it feels like Vasilis also compliments Mike James along the way. And I feel like it's going to be a really good coach-player duo. What do you guys think? Asta, how do you see their relationship along the season?
Yeah, I would love to add that together, James and Spanoulis have combined for over 9,000 points in their EuroLeague careers.
That's crazy.
So
That's
that's a
crazy.
crazy numbers. And now they are teaming up with a lot of mutual respect between them. So I don't know. It's a privilege to watch
Mhm.
Spanoulis. At first, it was a privilege for Sharas.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Then the legendary Sharas, Spanoulis, they became the coaches, and so I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. But you said the assist. I already noticed that they broke the record.
Yes.
Many
Mike James
assists.
alone had 26 assists since Vasilis arrived to Monaco, and only 3 turnovers, which is very impressive by Mike
Yes,
James.
Spanoulis made it clear that just play more collectively and just share the ball. And it's
Yes,
happening, and it's happening.
most
Yeah,
definitely.
and
And
having a stronger
yes,
defense too. Having a stronger defense too, that's why they lost. Like it was the first defeat, but I think it's just adjustments to make. But I think I like when a former great player becomes like a coach because they know the game. They know
mhm.
the game, so I think like they understand each other with Mike James.
Lisa, what do you think Mike James can learn from his coach?
Oh, I
Oh,
think a lot for
a lot.
sure. I mean, where to start? His nickname, not Mike's, but Coach Spanulis is Kill Bill, right?
Mm,
So everyone like loves him for who he was as a player, and he's literally like transferring this aura that he has, really wearing
Definitely.
the suit now
Yeah,
onto the court, but from the sideline.
Yes,
And I really feel that yeah, he can learn. Everyone can learn. Nobody's perfect, nobody's complete. So
definitely.
definitely maybe, just growing, developing in whatever he needs to work on. And I really feel like this whole are they going to get along or no is more a media thing than an actual topic that they would have between the two of them, right?
Yes, because
yeah,
Mike James is older now. I feel like he's less emotional. And when we've seen him in timeouts arguing with his coaches, and
Maturing.
and mature, yeah, and now he's matured. And also, I feel like Vasilis has the ability to teach Mike a lot of things because we're talking about a 3-time EuroLeague champion, 3 times
yeah,
MVP. Mike James is currently now doesn't have any of
and
them. Okay,
yeah,
so I feel like he needs to always be very appreciative of having Spanulis with him, and it's fun. It's fun to watch. It's fun to see how Mike James is gonna grow
yeah.
underneath Vasilis Spanulis.
Did you see like Vasilis was talking to him and Mike James actually listened and said
Yes,
nothing. Like
and
I
it
was like,
didn't happen
okay,
a lot with
Shouldn't be so
other
crazy
coaches.
though.
I will do it. And I was like, what? You listening now? Well, okay. Like
Yeah,
a great
he's
effect.
shifting in his behavior. It seems like it.
Yeah.
And what do you think, girls? How far can Spanulis take his team this season?
It's a hard beginning. It was a hard beginning with
Definitely.
so it's difficult to take a team like in the ahead of this season. So it's I think it's gonna be a good season, but I don't think it's gonna be like much of a surprise of great success. I think it's gonna do like a great game, but I think it's already like late. I think in the season right now to make something. I don't know. Just
I'm also thinking, like you girls, that this team will be in playoffs. I think,
Yeah, me too.
definitely. But about Final Four, questionable. I
ooh,
don't think
We
so.
know our number 1 candidate for a Final Four. And
Yeah.
we have to guess 3 more.
Paris, 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 Paris.
Definitely. All right. So we're gonna wish Vasilis best of luck from the 4 of us. First of all,
Of course.
yes. So, girls, Lisa, now it's time to talk to you about Alba's
Tough
getting
one.
back on track a little bit. I mean, Hermanson and Matt Thomas are back on the team, and David McElmork had a monstrous game. I mean, against Bologna. Did you see the interview with Julia after the game? That he's like defining gravity, and he was like,
I love it.
And now take us back to the first quarter because you scored an amazing dunk. You jumped to the rim. And I don't know if you know, but it's very popular, a song at the moment called Define Gravity. And you totally redefined gravity. And how it's possible for people like us, teach us how to fly.
If I gave you my secret talent, then everybody would be able to do it. I wish I could.
Thank you for not sharing it with me.
what do you guys teach people how to jump like you? I'm like watching and I'm like, Julia will never be able to jump like that. David McElmork, only on a trampoline, maybe. I mean, she was really, really cute. So, Lisa, how do you see his entrance to the team, and do you think he might shift Alba's situation a little bit?
I mean, I would hope for them for him to be the shift, really. But coming back to what you said in the beginning, they might be back on track. I'm not sure about your guys' opinions, and I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be a hater at all.
You're
I'm
not a hater.
just
You're
not
saying the
seeing it.
facts. Yep.
I'm just not seeing it because before I dig deeper there, Alba has been this incredibly important organization in German basketball for years. They've
Mhm.
shaped the German basketball landscape. They're this incredible organization, on and off the court, doing so much for the whole sport in itself.
Definitely.
But this
Right.
season, it's just I don't know where to start. Like even looking at them in the German Bundesliga,
Mhm.
they're 14th right now out of 17 teams, 3-6. They
Yeah,
lost
it's a tough
their
season.
quarterfinal in the cup yesterday as well against
Wow.
the 15th seeded team. So they're out of the cup as well. And
They've been
yes, a
having
couple of guys have been coming back for sure. And with everyone coming back, everyone like gets this hope back, right? Are they gonna
yes.
like maintain, or are they gonna find this equilibrium really, or like some kind of stability? But I am feeling like that they are just lost at this point
Mhm.
of the season, that they're just trying to survive, and game after game it's not happening. And if we're looking at Paris, I feel like the spiral goes up and up, and it's kind of like this self-fulfilling prophecy. Everyone is supporting each other with this crazy confidence, and everything is working out. And looking at Alba, it's the same spiral, just downwards. And it must be insane to be on that team right now. The resiliency they need to keep motivating must
Yeah.
be crazy.
What do you guys think is the problem with Alba right now? I mean, looking
The
at the team,
the lack of
I
the
mean,
strategy, like we see that they want to stay in EuroLeague. You see, they want
Mhm.
to evolve it because they love this competition. But we're like, okay, so how do we do that? And what are you doing? Like, for example, Paris, even Monaco. I mean, a lot of teams like this, like Madrid, and we can see the strategy. You can
yes.
see how they think. But I think like Alba Berlin, like we're like, it's it's clouded. Like we cannot have like a defined strategy. What do you
Yeah,
think,
their
Lisa, about this?
identity. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Asta, how do you see their
I
situation?
yeah, I remember our experts saying before the season that
Mhm.
this Alba team is not the EuroLeague level team. They are Eurocup level team. Before the season, they said that. But by the way, they quite the same said about Paris. No, but like today, I would also agree that it's not the EuroLeague level team. So sorry for Alba, but not this season.
And
Yeah.
but on the contrary, I mean, Bayern Munich is doing a great job representing Germany
Yeah.
in the right
Mhm.
way. I mean, let's talk about Carson Edwards. I mean, he's been phenomenal in the last game against Baskonia, scoring all of his 27 points in the second half, and Bayern still being undefeated in the SAP arena. I mean, Lisa, you had an interview with him about his tape. What happened there? I didn't see it. What was that? What
Yeah.
did you ask him?
So I figured that out the other day. He always tapes his left wrist, and he
Mhm.
always, I think, I even checked Instagram. He had it during his time with the Celtics as well,
Mhm.
and he always seemingly writes down the same words. I can't tell really what the
What
words
the
are,
words
but
are?
I do read help, I do read pops, I do read mama, and
Oh,
have fun.
that's
And so I asked him, and I'm not sure if you've watched his post game interviews. I feel like he doesn't want to share anything that means anything to him personally. He always goes like,
Mm.
"Oh no, I want to talk about that. I really don't want to,
yes,
take a
very
side here or
modest
anything." Yeah.
about it. Yeah, but
And
yeah,
maybe even suspicious. I'm not sure yet. So I was like, okay, so what about your wrist? And he goes like, it's just like things I like to write down because during a game things can get really hectic,
right.
and I feel like these are words or things that he like ground him. And
My
this is my
motto. His
interpretation now,
motto.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that like help him focus on what really matters. And yeah,
definitely.
that's the Carson Edwards story.
Yes, I mean, and
Nice. I like
you
it.
see him not talking about himself, but also by his teammates and coach knows how to compliment him and talk highly of him. What he does on the court, which is really unbelievable and fun to see. What is the magic that is happening though in the SAP arena? Talk to me a little bit about that because
Listen, of course I don't know. but because then we could just replicate it everywhere. But I'm not sure if you guys know, worked part-time with the team from 2021 through 2023.
Mhm.
And we were back in the days, it was called Audi Dome. So there were
Yes.
back in the old arena, 5.5 thousand fans or seats there. They've been struggling to fill up this arena, and I know how hard every single person in this organization works. And now seeing this SAP garden come to life, and like in what way? It's sold out every single time. It's selling out like all the way into the new year right now already.
Wow.
It's just
It's crazy.
everything is coming together, and I feel like everyone is just playing their part, and then just as it does with Paris, things come together, and
Definitely.
I think that's the magic.
Most definitely. I mean, they only need to replicate it to away games, their ability, because they show they're an amazing offensive team. Everything flows when they play at home, but somehow when they're on the away game, you see they're losing to FS by 11 points. I mean, somehow they're struggling. I wonder what's the step they need to do in order to be victorious outside as well.
Definitely. So, and maybe even looking back one more game against Zvezda, that was
Mhm.
even a tougher loss right there. That was the defense. You
Yeah.
really have to, I don't know, you really have to find your rhythm on the road as well, with all the difficulties and, tricks that an outside game with the travel and stuff comes up with or has in store for a team on the road. But I'm confident that they will find the right rhythm on the road as well, because coach is very smart as well. So
Yes.
let's see if they can find the switch for the road victories too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Asa, what do you think?
Yeah, they have been unreal at home, and seven
Yes.
straight win in Munich, averaging 96 points.
That's
I know,
crazy.
it's wild.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah.
These numbers, this is something that we have never seen in EuroLeague history. And it's like when Žalgiris said, we're gonna score 90 points per game before the season it was. And many fans were laughing at that. And this Munich team is actually doing that. So, yeah,
Yeah, you have Carson Edwards averaging, 20.4 points per game. He's the
Top
leading scorer of the
scorer.
league
Yeah, it's
right
crazy.
now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it kind of makes sense for Bayern to score so many points at their home game. Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, it's really fun watching him play. Um, so Luna, do you have anything you want to share about Bayern Munich? Like, how do you see their, winning streak at home so far?
Yeah, but I think it's more like you said at the beginning, like I think it was like a balanced week, and I think this is one of these teams, like they win a lot, when they are in their bubbles. But I think they need to know how to create this bubble away when they are away.
Nice.
How to
Yes.
be like in the same environment with the same atmosphere with the same energy. I think it's about this season is about energy, and I think when they are like because you can miss shots, you can miss like rebounds and stuff, but it always come back eventually. So it's about staying in the same like movement, the same flow, and it will come
Momentum.
back. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
So I
most
like this team.
definitely.
I like it was I like this player a lot. Like I think it's really interesting. Like the tape question was really funny to watch.
You're
So,
like,
no, I
Lisa
think
was
it's-
like, damn, I want him to answer
He
it.
always just goes like, no.
No,
I'm like,
it's
"Oh,
not
come
about
on.
this. It's just about yeah.
Give
You
me
have-
something here.
You have Gordy, who is introvert. Also, Carson is introvert. Come on, someone has to bring
yeah,
some
please
energy
give me
and
something.
some
Please.
spill the words for you.
One of my former Bayern colleagues actually came up pre-game that day, and he was like, "Oh, you're so lucky this year with these two doing post-game interviews." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks."
Yeah. I just want to hear what they have to say. Yeah, but
exactly.
Lisa, and you're doing a phenomenal job, like always. Girls,
Thank you,
we're
you're
heading
sweet.
towards the end of the show. I don't know if you guys know that, but before we kind of like wrap it up, let's talk about previewing the round 15. We have again the French Derby, the Rabier Series game of the week.
By the way, French Derby on Friday the 13th. So Luna, maybe you have to be careful there. Maybe this is
yeah.
the first day, the unlucky day.
Look at her.
for
You can be
Paris.
look. Being so confident, doing like the hand gesture. Come on.
You remember at the first episode I told you like Paris is gonna surprise everyone. For now, I'm just right. Everything is happening as I planned. So like
we need to bring it back
no,
to
I
this
think
episode.
we can. We won't be. I think it won't be like a shame if we lose. But I think like we can make it as usual. But it won't be like we are tired too. So let's say like 10 wins in a row. So it's something already. So they can have it, But I think it's but it's against
They can
Arsenal.
have it.
So it's obvious.
I'm not sure the players
Yeah,
will
I'm not-
agree with you on that, but
No,
okay.
no, they won't. So that's why I'm really confident. Yesterday we played like a local championship, like the French championship, and
Yes.
they won against Monaco, and it wasn't
Mhm.
really a good. Like it was a difficult win, but we did it
High level
eventually.
win. Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, even if we are tired, it's okay. It's gonna be nice. So I think
Another big game coming up, Fenerbahce against
Oh,
Monaco.
yeah.
So we have the
Oh.
two high IQ coaches,
Yes.
Sharas against
Uh-huh.
Spanoulis. Asta, how do you see this one?
I just think that we are just witnessing a new EuroLeague chapter.
Mhm.
So I can't wait. This is gonna be a really exciting game. Yeah.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
one and a couple others, but this one especially for me because Sharas is from Lithuania. Can't wait. I can't wait to watch these guys together.
Yes.
It's gonna be a nice head-to-head
Exactly.
between coaches. And again, we also have Zvezda Olympiacos, Efes playing against Panathinaikos. But above all, we have Milan, which is currently now 5 wins in a row. Mirotic is returning back to Barcelona after leaving the club in 2023.
Uh-huh.
He's leading the league right now in a PIR with 23.4. I mean, Lisa, what do you think is going to happen there in that game?
I mean, that's a tough one. We all know that Barca is not the team that they plan to be this season yet, that
Mhm.
they're still struggling of finding themselves. We know Mirotic, MVP of 2022, really has a lot in store. I'm sure that he's gonna try to show his former home that he's still got it. And I
Right.
just remember I found a really cool quote. He said, or he did quote in September. He said, "When I think about last year when we didn't make the playoffs, it really makes me sad because it was the first time in my life that I missed it. So without
Wow.
a doubt, I believe Milan needs to be a playoff team. And I'm talking about finishing in the top 6. So he's got a plan.
He's
He
got a
has
plan.
got a plan
Yes.
and
Got a strategy.
a goal to accomplish."
Well, we will see how it comes along in the game against Barcelona. That will be super exciting. Girls, we reached the end of the episode. I cannot
Oh.
believe it passed
Yeah.
so fast.
So
Like,
fast all
what?
the time. Chris.
As always.
Wow,
40
it's soon.
minutes, 40
We
minutes.
need
Wow.
an hour. Come on, we need
Yeah.
60 minutes.
And
of
by the
podcast.
Let's make
way,
two.
we didn't even talk about the star of this week, of this double week, which clearly was Matson Lesor chanting
my
the
God.
Partizan anthem, like with the little scarf and everything. Like he has dual citizenship at this
Yes.
point, right? He's
And-
basically Serbian.
I mean, his son went into the locker room of Partizan. His son is so cute. Like the fans love him over there. But yes, Mutias Lesor has a love story with
Yeah.
Partizan, no doubt about it. Girls, first of all, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining
Thank
with
you,
me in this
Shani.
episode.
You
It was
girls.
great. So, EuroLeague fans, that's all we have for now. Don't forget the rivalry game of this week is in round 15. Villeurbanne Aspel against Paris Basketball, the French derby. Tervanedon against TJ Shorts. Make sure to watch this game on EuroLeague TV and also the other 8 games. Don't forget, come on, to like, subscribe, hit
Yeah.
the notification bell, and put some comments. I mean, we read them, we react to them. We love your comments. Share with us what you have to say. And see you all next week, you guys. Girls are legends. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you so
joining
much,
me.
girl.
you.
It was
Bye-bye.
amazing.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.